Hello ladies, how are you doing? I'm really sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I probably got my hands up in the air at Miley, but I'm really glad I still have this opportunity to run for Sisterhood Chair, and I can't wait to tell you why. Hopefully I won't make this too painfully long. I'm doing the best I can. It's also really uncomfortable to record yourself, so again, I'll be doing my best. First, I'd like to go over why I decided to go out for Sisterhood Chair. A lot of it comes from just my past here at Tech. When I came to Tech, I decided, I want to get involved. It's something I was used to from my past, and so I went out for technique. I did that for about a year. I tried Orgit. I tried GT Heroes. I got involved with the band for a little bit, and they were all great organizations, and I'm sure they have a lot of different things for people, and it's just something wasn't quite clicking with me, and I was kind of discouraged by it because I went to this big school and there wasn't really anything that clicked with me. And then I came out for an OPA rush last spring semester, and it just blew me away because I had never considered a sorority, and I was frankly a little bit nervous about it. I just went because my friends were going and they had food, and I was like, I'll check it out. And I couldn't believe it. All the girls were so nice and welcoming, and were like nothing you would ever expect from sorority girls. So just having that, knowing that I could get involved with that kind of community really excited me. And so I was very excited to go ahead and join OPA. And since then, I found that pretty much all of my closest friends I have are from or are involved with OPA. And I don't think that's a coincidence. That's just the kind of people that our organization draws. And I'd really like to help strengthen those relationships and give more relationships and bring more relationships to the table, because I think as a group we can all get even more close than we already are. So I'm excited about having an opportunity to do that because it means just a tremendous amount to myself. So now I'm going to give you guys a few reasons why I think I'd be a really good Sisterhood Chair. I enjoy planning events. I've always been a planner. Whenever I go on trips or anything, I'm always the one doing research and making sure that I coordinate the drives, pretty much everything down to when we wake up, which kind of bothers some people, but I'm a morning person, so I don't mind. I also get really excited when I get into something. I go pretty much all out. I'm sure if you know me, you've seen me go all out when I get excited for things, and I'm really excited about getting involved, putting that energy towards OPA, because I think we could have a whole bunch of fun. Also, I will have the time and organization to really gather all of your ideas and figure out what you guys want to do, because I know I'm not going to help build Sisterhood if we're doing stuff we don't want to. So actually, one of my ideas for this upcoming year is to have a whiteboard that we pass around during chapter, where you can write different ideas of things you'd like to maybe do, something you'd like to get involved in, some sort of project you'd like to do with the other sisters, or date night ideas. I just want to make sure I'm getting input from you guys while I'm Sisterhood Chair. So now I'd like to go over some of the reasons I would not just be a good Sisterhood director, but a great one. I like to think outside the box. I think my mom was an art history major. My dad was an electrical engineer, so I've got both sides of the creative stuff and then the other stuff. But I much prefer the creative stuff, so I'm really comfortable trying to think of cool new creative ideas. I'm really invested in developing these bonds between sisters. I want it to be the kind of community where years down the road, if you see a sisters in town on Facebook, you can go get coffee with them or anything, and I really think that's an important community aspect that we have. Here are a couple of my ideas on things that we can change and things we can add to the current Sisterhood program. I think instead of just having date nights, we should also have date days. So that could be anything from a service project with your date, like Trees Atlanta or Oakland Cemetery. Those are both really fun events where they need a lot of people, and the more people, the better. In addition, we could also do a couple of service projects with some of the other organizations at Tech, including some of the service fraternities, Christian fraternities, pretty much anyone that also has a philanthropy mission in their statement. And I think that would also really help expand OPA's network on campus and kind of spread the word about who we are and what we do. In addition, I would like to have a Google document for study support. I think a lot of us are in classes with each other and we don't even realize it. And so if we have like a document that has got all of our CRNs, and I can send out emails that kind of specify here's who the people are, here are the people that are also in this class, y'all should get together, I can organize study sessions, reserve rooms, things like that. I think that'd be really great, because I know a lot of us are doing fine with academics, but there's every once in a while, you can always use some help. I also think it'd be really fun to have a Google Doc for workout buddies, because it's pretty hard to get your butt out of bed and get to the gym. So if you have someone else that you can hold accountable for getting you out there, that's always a good thing to have, and I think that could be really fun. A couple of my date/sisterhood event ideas include going to Dad's Garage, the nonprofit comedy troupe over in East Atlanta. I think it's East Atlanta. They just moved, but I think it would be fun to go rock climbing, do some outdoorsy things, maybe spend a day in Piedmont Park, just playing around. We can maybe get a photographer, take some really cute pictures, stuff like that that are low cost. I also think it'd be fun to do Rocky Horror. I've been a couple times, always had a blast. Medieval times would be fun. I was thinking maybe touring the botanical gardens. I know there's quite a few of us with green thumbs. They're just not adult enough to have gardens yet. I think a PJ party at IHOP could be kind of fun. Maybe it's just a little random thing. But it just and of course I'm really open to any other ideas. I'm very adaptable and I'm definitely not set in my own ways. So I'm very open to input on different events like that. So I would love to hear what we want to do, because that's the best way to get attendance. As far as Secret Sister goes, I know that's a pretty regular sisterhood event that we have. I would like to change it a little bit so it's not quite as automatic, where you look at a Google Doc, you're like, okay, I'm going to get XYZ because it's on the sheet as XYZ. I think it'd be really good if our Secret Sister gift exchange actually helped us to get to know our sisters. So I would propose leaving hints to your own identity in your gift, as well as trying to possibly make, in addition to the Google Doc, have a column that's got some of the, you specify your closer friends, and that way if whoever's got you for Secret Sister, they can go and talk with those friends, what do you think would be a really good gift? And that way you really kind of get personal with your Secret Sister gift, because it should be. It shouldn't just be I looked at this Google Doc and did my job. So I'm excited about hopefully putting that together. I'd also really like to have a monthly knitting potluck maybe just knitting. I was actually really impressed and surprised at the turnout for the alumni knitting project, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was really impressed by the amount of blankets made, and I can't even finish one. I don't have the attention, but I think it'd be really fun to host a knitting circle, because you really get to talk with your sisters and get to know them. So, not just knitting, we could also do crafts and other things, which leads me to my next idea, which is having an OPA Pinterest board that you can put ideas for date nights, ideas for crafts, cute other sorority objects that we should try to figure out how to make and not mess up. I think that would be really fun to just send it out maybe with minutes or with other sign-ups, and just to kind of get ideas swirling. And of course, the other big part of Sisterhood is retreat. I'm really excited for this upcoming retreat to see how it goes, going out into the woods in the cabins. I think that's a really awesome idea, and I'm really excited about it. In the future, I would probably look at maybe getting a house on a lake, especially if it's warm enough to go splash in the water. I think it'd be kind of fun to maybe put a theme to a retreat, possibly. I know we could have a costume contest with I don't know, we could have all sorts of fun things if we wanted to during retreat, just to kind of give it another level of excitement. And again, I'm really open to other ideas, so that's why I'd like to pass around a whiteboard during chapter to just kind of gather y'all's ideas, because that's what's most important. So that's about all I have for you guys. I have structured a slight FAQ question where I attempted to simulate questions you might have, because I know that's a very important part of the election process. If you have additional questions other than the ones that you'll see in a couple minutes here, go ahead and try to send me a Facebook message or anything like that. I'm at a concert, but I will do my best to stay with my phone, because it is really important to me to make sure I try to answer your questions fully, because I really do want this position. So enjoy the FAQ section.
How do you plan on dealing with no-shows?
For Sisterhood events that you've signed up for, a lot of it depends on what type of event it is. If it's something like a class or something like that, I'll have a policy where you need to let me know just via text or just give me a phone call beforehand, notifying me that you won't be there for whatever reason, and that's fine. It's just, of course, no one in charge of anything wants to be surprised by a lack of attendance. And if you do just outright skip with or no-show without any sort of warning or anything, then I would want to have a conversation with you, probably after chapter sometime about why you felt it was necessary to skip on a commitment that you made earlier. So, I mean, it's no problem if you just let me know ahead of time.
Why did you take your name off the slate and then put it back on again? She doesn't even go here.
Kind of what I was thinking, but it is a really good question. As I've shared it during chapter, I've been going through a lot this semester, just between the apocalypse in my mouth, the actual snow apocalypse outside, and taking 16 hours, which is something that I thought I could handle, but as it turns out, I can't. It's just a little bit too much for me, and I'm not going to take 16 hours ever again. It's pretty awful. But I remember the exact day when I did take my name off the slate. I was pretty stressed out. I had a lot of assignments piling up. I was thinking to myself, how could I take on more? But like right after I took my name off the slate, I realized like, wow, I regret that decision. And you don't think that many times. Like clearly, like I regret that. So I contacted Tiffany. I was like, listen, I think that was a mistake. This is something I'd really like to do and really know that I'm capable of. So that's pretty much what went through my head. I'm not going to be taking 16 hours again, and I know I'll have the time and the resources to really be a great sisterhood chair.
Do you think Miley Cyrus is more important than OPA?
No, she's not more important than OPA. I got these tickets back in November when me and my roommate both realized we were hardcore Miley fans, and so I bought them back then, and commitment is important. I committed to this date to go see Miley, and so that's why I'm there. And I'm really excited about it, but I am really sorry that I couldn't be there, especially for answering questions, because I know that's a huge part of any election process. So I'm hoping to do my best through this video in answering your hypothetical questions that I don't know if you have.
So, are you reliable?
Well, thank you. Also a decent question. I am very reliable. You can ask any of my close friends. I do not think that there's many times where I bail out on something I've committed to without completely justifiable cause. I think commitment, being on time, planning is very important to me, and it's something that I value highly, and I make sure I take the time to organize my day and make sure I've taken care of everything I've said I would. So, yes, I am reliable.
What I'm wondering is how do you plan to budget?
I know budgeting is very important, and I know that money is not something that grows on trees, so it's really important to make sure that the sisterhood events that we do have are both affordable and fun at the same time. So that's why I'd like to focus on a lot of things that are cheap to free, especially spending time outdoors while it's warm and while we can. This winter felt long, so I'd be very happy about spending some more time outside. The way I plan on handling money for each event would be asking for money in advance, just to make sure you cover bases. I'd understand if there's some sort of extenuating circumstances that would prevent you from paying up front, but again, just talk to me and I could figure those types of things out really quick. But for the most part, there's also always the possibility of having like a fundraiser night to kind of defray the cost of something big if we wanted to do something big. But I think there's a lot of things that we can do in Atlanta for free that we just haven't put the research into yet. Yo, so sum it up. Why should I vote for you? So I think you guys should vote for me because I think outside the box. I have some really great ideas that I know I'll be able to put into action. I'm a great communicator. I'm very responsive to text, emails, phone calls, so I'm not worried about that. I'm very efficient in my planning, and I'll always give my 130%, possibly more, most likely more, and if I get excited about something, probably like 220%, which could get out of hand. But I adore you all, and I really hope that you elect me for Sisterhood Chair. If you elect me to do my thing, I will get it right, and can't stop, won't stop doing everything I can for you. I will burst into the sisterhood chair position like a wrecking ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball.